As you are beginning a fresh week, these are your BYU-Idaho Radio Evening headlines for Monday, December 9th, 2024. I'm Chandler Guadagnine. Bonneville County deputies need your help to find a missing man. They say 43-year-old Matthew H. Godfrey was last seen on Thursday. His family reported him missing on Friday. Godfrey is 5 feet 10 inches tall, 210 pounds, has brown hair and brown eyes. He was driving a 2002 Dodge pickup with Idaho license plate 8BFP878. His family says he did not appear to take a phone or personal belongings with him, and it's unusual for him to not be in contact with them. He may be accompanied by his small gray dog. Matthew was last seen at about 2 p.m. buying items in the drive-thru of the Tobacco Connection on 17th Street in Ammon. Deputies just want to check his welfare and connect him with his family. If you have any idea where he is, call police dispatch at 208-529-1200 or report an anonymous tip online at ifcrime.org. You can see pictures of Godfrey on our Facebook page as well. Just follow BYU-Idaho Radio. People around the world watched the First Presidency's Christmas Devotional last night. Ella Ziegler was at the conference center in Salt Lake City and has the story.
As the First Presidency's Christmas devotional came to a close, viewers walked away inspired, not only to celebrate the season, but to make meaningful changes in their lives. Each of the 4 talks were impactful to viewers both in the conference center and at home. Sister Tamara W. Runya, the first counselor in the Young Women General Presidency of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, spoke about how we are the Savior's sheep, and He knows us by name.
We are all injured lambs in need of the Good Shepherd, who will cradle us in the arms of His love. Because to be mortal means we have things about us that feel broken, that need fixing.
I think a lot of times we're quick to judge. Quick when someone is in a bad mood, we snap at them, or, when we get angry when we're driving or whatever the circumstance, maybe just take a breath and take a moment to think maybe they're going through something and Christ knows them by name too.
This message was echoed by President Dallin H. Oaks of the First Presidency as he invited everyone to show goodwill toward men through actions of love and friendship.
Peace, goodwill toward men, is not just a message for those for whom we already have feelings of love and affection, such as fellow citizens of our church or nation, residents of our hometown, or neighborhood, or people of common culture. The heavenly hosts proclaim goodwill to all men, to casual friends, to strangers, even to enemies.
I just really liked when they were just saying how important it is that we need to be friendly and a good example for others, and I just think that's so important, so I'm just gonna try my hardest to start doing that.
Most of all, the devotional helps people refocus on Christ and the true reason for celebrating Christmas.
I learned about how Christmas should be different than any other part of the year, and that we really need to focus on Jesus Christ.
The devotional is available to watch on YouTube and churchofjesuschrist.org. Reporting from Salt Lake City, I'm Ella Ziegler for BYU-Idaho Radio.
The BYU-Idaho Symphony Band is wrapping up the semester on a high note. Band director David Ferris says the concert will feature a mix of pieces.
In the Symphony Band, where we're oftentimes doing classical or what might be more classical and contemporary works, you don't hear quite as much jazz. It's definitely going to feel, some of the same vibes that you'd get in a jazz concert. And it's balanced by a lot of moments and music as well that is modern, classical, something that you would hear more symphonic.
He says this is the type of concert the band has practiced for all semester. The concert will feature 2 main parts. The first is a flute concerto composed by Mike Maurer and performed by music faculty member Nadine Luke.
This piece is 3 movements. It's very jazz heavy. What she's playing on the flute will be highly intriguing to the audience. It's very technical, but also lyrical and musical. And I just am astonished there. I get to stand and listen from just a few feet away. It will be highly enjoyable.
Frozen will also be making an appearance, but not how you might expect.
We're building around a piece called The Frozen Cathedral. And this is a piece by John Mackey, who's a very modern, very intriguing composer, writes a lot for band. very challenging music, oftentimes complex type things. It's really based on Mount Denali in Alaska, and just an experience of coming upon this gigantic natural, structure.
And to top it all off, there will be a guest conductor for the last piece as well.
My students don't know who the guest conductor is yet, and they have tried to guess, but I haven't heard anyone guess it correctly yet. But it'll definitely connect. It'll make a lot of sense when this guest conductor comes out at the end. So I'm thinking that if you're guessing right now where you're listening, you're probably wrong, just so you know.
The concert is tomorrow night at 7 inside the Barris Concert Hall in the Eliza R. Snow Building. Tickets are $5 for students and $8 for the general public. They are on sale now at tickets.byui.edu. Thanks for tuning in tonight. These have been your evening headlines for December 9th, 2024. BYU-Idaho Radio has much more to offer. You can find it all on our podcast feed. Just search for BYU-Idaho Radio on your favorite podcast platform. You can also ask your smart speaker to play KBYI 94.3 FM. I'm Chandler Guadagnine, and this is BYU-Idaho Radio.